Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and I make videos all about how you can support your children's learning at home. Today I'm excited to be doing another gift guide, this one all about STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and math related toys that you can get your kids this holiday season. This is actually the second gift guide that I've done. The first one has a whole assortment of toys and gift ideas for kids in like the 2 to 8 age range. If you haven't seen that one, I'll link it down below too. But actually while I was doing research for that video, I came across so many great STEM related toys, and instead of overflowing that one with all of those ideas, I wanted to separate them out into a different video. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. I think STEM related toys are a great way to go for holiday gifts. For one, they're really fun and they can foster a love of learning and a love of kind of science and math in your kids, but they also help support things like problem solving skills and critical thinking. So I'm excited to share this list with you guys today. So in general, these gifts are going to cover kids anywhere from age 3 up until even teenagers. And in general, I'm going to go from younger to older. So if you want to skip ahead, if you have slightly older kids, go for it. I'll also have all of the gifts below with the timestamp of where I'm talking about them if you do want to jump around. And with that said, let's dive into the gifts. The first gift that I have on the list are Magnatiles, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard about Magnatiles, but I think that they're such a great idea. They're these colorful tiles that your children can put together in different shapes and patterns and create three-dimensional objects. I know that they can be a little bit pricier, but I think they're a great example of something that can really grow with your child. You know, when they're younger, they can make simple shapes, and then as they get older, they can make more complicated patterns and shapes and really work on building their math skills. So these are a great option and I think could be used by your kids for a very long time. And those are recommended for kids as young as age 3. The next gift I found for kids in that younger age range, like 2 to 5 years old, are these balancing blocks. Of course, traditional blocks are also a great way to go, but if you already have those and you're looking for a way to mix it up, I think these balancing blocks are really cool. And as kids are playing with them, they're going to be developing their science and engineering and logical thinking skills as they kind of figure out how to make them balance and how to create these structures. Next, I think a children's microscope could be a cool way to go for kids as young as 2 or 3. There are also all different sets for older kids as well that include things like activity books and these pre-made slides that you can look at. But even the really simple ones for younger kids I think are great for encouraging observation and curiosity. If you have a kid that likes to go outside, you could go collect some things and then look at them under the microscope. And I love that these encourage kind of scientific exploration and curiosity. And I think those could be a great way to go for kids of any age, really. And I'll have a few options linked below that are geared towards different age groups. Next, I found this magnetic human body playset that's recommended for kids ages 3 and up. If you have a child who likes to play doctor or is interested in that kind of branch of science, I think this could be a really cool way to help them start recognizing body systems and just teach them about the human body while also supporting things like hand-eye coordination. Next is one that's a little bit more digital, and that's Osmo. So if you guys haven't heard of Osmo, it combines like a tablet app and games with these tangible physical pieces that kids are playing with in front of the tablet. I love that this has a tangible component, and they also have a bunch of different games and activity sets that are aimed towards kids of different ages from like 3 all the way up to 11 or 12. So again, a really broad range of ages, and that hands-on physical component is so important to learning. So as your kids are playing these games that cover topics like math and coding and literacy, they're gonna have that tangible piece that really helps them learn. So again, I love Osmo and I think it works for a broad range of ages as well. Next, there were a few cool robots that I found that would work for different age groups. And these all kind of aim to teach coding skills, but often in a screen-free way, which I think is a great introduction to coding for younger kids. The first is called the Makeblock mTiny robot, and that one is geared towards younger kids, so it's recommended for ages 4 and up. And in that one, kids use a pen to control this robot and move it around and have it do different things. So while that one is starting to support coding skills, it also has activities that support other types of academic skills like English and math as well. The next one that's for kids who are a little bit older is the Wonder Workshop Dash Robot. That one again is a screen-free introduction to coding, and it's recommended for kids 6 and up. It's ready to go right out the box, so you don't have to spend time building it if that's not something that you think your kids would be interested in. And it has a bunch of sensors that let it respond to the world and a bunch of accompanying apps that you can use to play different games with it. It also has some really cool accessories and add-ons. Like one of them is a xylophone, so you can do coding activities that are also musical, which is kind of cool and unique. And since it does have so many accompanying accessories and apps, there's a really big variety of things that you can do with it as you're getting that introduction to coding. So I think it could potentially interest a really broad range of kids. The next one on my list is called the Lego Boost Creative Toolbox, and that one is recommended for kids ages 7 and up. I think normal Legos are also great for any age. Those are great for fostering creativity and building, but for kids who are a little bit older, this set really takes things to the next level and lets kids build different configurations of robots with it and then have them do different things. So if you have a child who really likes Legos or liked Legos when they were younger, this could be a cool way to create a robot with Legos. And again, it's going to be introducing them to coding skills in a really tangible way. All right, next on my list are snap circuits. I think snap circuits are a really cool way to get introduced to circuits and learning about how circuits work. They don't require any tools, they just snap together, and the kit comes with things like sensors and lights and different things that you can use to make different kind of creative configurations with it. So there's some challenges that it comes with where you can build the circuits that they've challenged you to make, or you can kind of just go with your imagination and build whatever you want to build with it. So I love that it's open-ended in that way. You can be creative, and it's also giving you that introduction to engineering and making engineering fun. And those are recommended for kids 8 and up. Next is the Piper Computer Kit, which is also recommended for kids 8 and up. And this one I think is so cool because it lets kids actually build their own computer and then code their own games on it. And in today's world that is so filled with computers, I love that this shows kids what is behind a computer, what goes into it, and how it works. And then they can also really feel a sense of ownership over that project after creating something so cool that they can then program with and play with. So that, of course, is going to be supporting things like computational thinking, but also design thinking and creativity as well. The next one, now more on the chemistry side of things, is this book of kitchen science experiments. So it has a bunch of hands-on experiments that kids can try using things that you're likely to already have at home in your kitchen. So if you have a child who's more interested in chemistry and that kind of experimentation, they might really enjoy this book. Another one that I think would be cool for kids interested in chemistry or like geology and rocks is this crystal growing experimentation kit. So it has everything that you need to do 7 different crystal experiments, and then it also has cases that you can display your crystals in after you've grown them. So that's fun if your kid is interested in crystals and rocks. I could see them really enjoying. All right, next there are a couple really cool boxes from KiwiCo that I think do a great job of supporting STEM learning and work for kids that are a little bit older. So KiwiCo I think really makes fantastic developmentally appropriate toys for a wide range of ages, and I would encourage you to look at all of their boxes if you do have kids who are a little bit younger too. But particularly the Tinker Crate and the Eureka Crate I think are great for kids that are a little bit older and are interested in STEM and innovating and creating things. The Tinker Crate is recommended for ages 9 and up, and then the Eureka Crate is recommended for ages 14 and up. And they are subscription boxes that will send you activities that really encourage kids to innovate, to tinker, to create things, and to think about the design behind everyday objects that they use too. So there's a lot of really cool projects that I've seen in those boxes, things like creating a hydraulic claw or making your own instrument out of wood. And it's kind of fun being a subscription box that you can look forward to getting it and building a new project whenever it comes. And then finally, if you have a teenager who's really interested in technology and building things, I think you could just get them a Raspberry Pi starter kit so that they can build their own computer with that. That's going to be a little bit more challenging than the kits that are specifically made for kids, but for a teenager who's interested in that, there's so many possibilities of what they can do with it, and that could open up a really cool world of creation with technology for them. So there are different options for where you could buy that, but I'll link one that I found down below that should have everything they would need to get started. And that is it for my list of STEM gift ideas. I hope some of these were helpful to you. If they were, I would love it if you would give me a like. And again, I'll be making more videos on this channel all about how you can support your kids' learning at home. So if that's something that is of interest to you, I would love it if you would subscribe, and I'll be making more videos like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.